Cascade Valley has been going for a minute, but man, it feels so good to have this squad back. We're going to see what we can do as we have 2 games remaining in the season, and this squad is still trying to get a natty. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about our prospects at halftime, but we need 250 pass yards for Nasir Graham. We need 2 sacks for the linebacker for Darren Pollard. We need 100 rushing yards, and again, 250 passing yards for Kashawn Brooks. Big things, let's get them done. This is the most healthy this squad has been in a very long time, and we got to make sure that we don't let a Minnesota team come in our stadium and trip us up. Little Heisman hopeful here in Terrence Williams, who's been fantastic this year. We go to him for 3 times in a row, and it doesn't really pan out. Let's see what the defense has. Defense absolutely came to play, but third downs have been really our kryptonite this season. Can we lock up here? The answer is no. Mitchell gets absolutely torched. Baldwin Jr. is switching down the sideline, and Coleman brings him down. Christoph Houston and company bringing a blitz to go with the run up the middle. Hill's going to step up. He's going to help bring the guy down. It's a 3-yard gain, but could have been worse. Bringing the blitz here. The quarterbacks needs to go for the halfback screen. We immediately drill him, and McCollum throws his first incomplete pass. 4th coming up. Couple of mistakes there on defense, but overall we did pretty good. We nearly block a field goal, but that one's going to be good. And we get a studio update here to find out that Indiana is beating Michigan State, a game that really no one cares about. Back out here on offense, Fullwood getting things going. Sees a guy across the middle. It's a wide open Jalen Clark who's pancaked. Fullwood again, staying in charge here. Sees an opportunity, has a guy, floats one deep. He's got numbers, and Matt Wilson, Mr. Wilson goes deep for 49 yards. Speaking of a great play, Williams gets in. Best run of the game. Fullwood's going to hold on to this one, goes up the middle, barely gets hit until he gets in the end zone. That's a 4-yard touchdown run. Cascade Valley back on top. Big opportunity here. They split a guy out wide. Solo coverage for Mitchell. Christoph Houston gets a little bit of pressure. They throw a dot here, and that's going to be Shackelford bringing him down, but it's 19 yards by Lloyd. Shackelford might be an All-American, but good Lord, that man is terrible in coverage. But it happens. You can't quite be great at everything. As we see someone being great at something, that's David Jones up the middle. Cascade Valley needs to stop here. That would speak volumes of how good the team is, but that defense has looked bad so far in today's game. One good stop earlier, but Minnesota's back up top. Warren Full with those looking electric. 4 for 4, 70+ passing yards. He's absolutely killing it. Keeps one here. Tries to break some ankles. Falls down. Keeps up. Gets out of bounds safely. Gets 13 yards because of it. Back out here using that play action. The play action is the bread and butter of our offense right now. Speaking of bread and butter, look at our guy Fullwood get out of bounds after 9 more. Minnesota's defense not giving up any huge plays, but man, they're on their heels at this point. Warren Fullwood breaks their ankles, and he's in the end zone. Warren Fullwood puts Cascade Valley back on top. The question is, can the defense do their part? Offense absolutely doing their part right now, but what is this defense going to do? Are they going to stand up and make the plays that this team needs and most to make if we're going to still be one of those top teams? And what a throw to no one. Big thing here, though. The starting quarterback actually gets hurt in that play, so they bring in Morris in the backup to see what he can do here. He pitches one out at the last second. We thought we had him in the backfield, but Jones takes it for 9 yards. Second and short. Houston and company trying to get it there. They actually go for a quick dump off to the tight end. We weren't expecting it. Hill can't quite get the tackle. Coleman can't quite get the tackle. Is this Rob Gronkowski or somebody playing it over here in Minnesota? Cullum comes in at quarterback this time. We got our guys looking. They go for a dump off. We had no one. Is that an offensive tackle? They have an offensive tackle. Tim Thrash. That's a big fella. This really feels like one of those games. If we can just get a stop on defense, we'll be fine. But if we don't get a stop on defense, I'm a little scared. Their quarterback panicking, and Carson, Amir Carson gets the sack, dropping him for a loss of 6. Oh, Minnesota's feeling it right now. They're going to line up, and they're going to go for it. Can we get the stop that we need? Our guys looking for a stop. The quarterback's running, and we're going to see Christoph Houston. No shot. We make them fumble, but they pick it up on the 1-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. We had this team dead to rights. Dead to rights. Did exactly what we needed to do. Isaiah Holman can step up, pick up the fumble, and because of that, they're going to walk in the end zone completely untouched. Minnesota's back on top. Sometimes it's how the cookie crumbles. We're going to need this crowd to really step up if we're going to walk out here with a W right now, because for whatever it seems, this team cannot get it going on defense. Fullwood has his team on his back, though. Multiple touchdowns already today. Absolutely throwing dots. Mikel Smith breaking ankles left and right. Another big grab for him, goes for 37. 1 yard to go. Williams has always been good for that. He finds a gap and he pushes through. Terrence Williams stands up and he's down to the 1-yard line. Nearly an incredible run that would have taken him into pay dirt. Again, running over the middle linebacker and just barely taken down before the goal line. And at this point, Mervin McMervin says, let this man finish what he started. Williams in the end zone, 1-yard touchdown run. Cascade Valley back on top. Defense, can you do something? Big opportunity here, 3rd down and 10. Can Cascade Valley get a stop and keep them from out here dominating? Holman says the blitz. Hill doesn't get up, and they're gonna go beep. We got Lloyd running. Hill trying to get him. Michael Lloyd's in the end zone, just like that. Cascade Valley has just had a nightmare of a defensive effort. These guys are struggling, and that's an understatement. That does stop the clock with 3rd and 1. Squad looking for a halfback screen. Williams, all the room in the world. He's got a big block potentially here. Williams is out here running. It's a track meet now. Can he get down the field? The juke move is going to get him out of bounds here inside the 20, but that is a huge play, and what a call and what a throw to get us down there. The refs end up saying we actually did not go out of bounds, so here we are. Looking to get in the end zone, 1st and 10. Forward, sees a guy, throws a dot. It's a little underneath. Armani Furton, he is nearly there. They say he's down at the 2. 30 seconds left. Forward, he's in there. Forward, scrambling forward, sees an opportunity. He's in the end zone. Another, I believe his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. This man is literally carrying this team. Defense, can you stand up? A whole lot of offense and not a lot of defense here in this first half, but Cascade Valley finds himself up 4. They need a big second half on defense especially. Welcome to the halftime show. I just want to give a big thank you to Underdog Fantasy for being a great sponsor of mine. If you ever love daily fantasy sports, whether it's pick'ems, fantasy drafts, you want to do fantasy drafts against me, you can do them all throughout the season, whether it's NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever it may be. Use code GGB, use the link down below in the description. It helps me out a ton, and they will match up to $100 of your deposit. If you deposit $5, they'll give you $5 free. You deposit $25, they'll give you $25 free. If you deposit $100, they will give you up to $100 free as long as you use code GGB. On to the rest of the show. It feels good to be back here in Cascade Valley. We got a little bit of a halftime show here for you. Let's talk about some prospects that you know we're already visiting right now. We've got Keshawn Brooks, John Phelps, Nasir Graham, and Darren Pollard. Now, Nasir Graham is really interesting. He is a wide receiver prospect that we have. And if you look at him, not really the fastest dude in the planet, but he's got some things we're really excited about. He's got decent acceleration there. He's got really good route running at 83, releases in 84. Spectacular catching are solid, but his carrying is a 98. Ball carrier vision at 85. Potential here. Darren Pollard or Deron Pollard is a guy that has solid speed, great acceleration at 93, high pursuit at 91. If you kind of keep moving around, he's got a high juke move, a high spin move. I don't really know where this guy played. Maybe there's a little bit of offensive stuff. Maybe there's probably a lot more defensive stuff, but we'll find a way for this guy to play probably day 1. With hit power of 85, we forcing some fumbles. We have John Phelps visiting a 70 overall tackle. Some pretty good stuff here, but his most notable thing would be an 81 pass block. He's pretty much a gem. Not a guy that would really start day 1. Keshawn Brooks is the guy that we're really focused on. If you go ahead and look at him, he's got an 81 run block, 80 pass block, 86 impact blocking, and he's got a good strength at 80. As a reminder, we currently have the #1 ranked recruiting class in the nation. There's so many guys to be excited about, from Juice Dawson to Reggie Wilson to as you go down through the board. Playmaker after playmaker, and this is probably, I think, at this point, the best recruiting class we've ever had, but we got to finish it out strong. Now, I do believe that Warren Fullwood will be here at some point at the top of the Heisman rankings, but right now, it's not really him. We have Terrence Williams with 2 games remaining in the season. He's been a guy that has been the lifeblood of this team. 17 rushing touchdowns coming into today's game. Obviously, Warren Fullwood has been great, but he's been injured a ton, has been inconsistent at some points, and Williams has been the guy that's been driving it, but he's sitting in the middle of the pack. But even though Warren Fullwood has missed all those games, this dude is still sitting at number 10 right now in the awards finalist for the Maxwell Award. It just shows to see how good this dude has been as a true freshman for Cascade Valley. And as well as our team is doing, ranked number 3 in the actual nation in the coaches poll, the college football playoff is not feeling the same way about us. You have Clemson, Miami, Alabama, Oklahoma, and then we are sitting at number 5. We have got to win out the rest of this year and show that we are the best team in the nation, because if we can do that and just get up 1 more spot and hold that, we'll be in the college football playoffs and we'll let the chips fall where they may. Minnesota got the ball to start the second half, but they couldn't really do much with it, so Cascade Valley is out here trying to cook, and they're trying to cook better than Russell Wilson. Don't let Russ cook. Warren Fullwood doesn't like something there, makes a quick little adjustment. He's out here and he gets immediately sacked. Had a guy streaking, but could not get away from the pressure that immediately got to him. With 28 points scored, this team is only 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. How have they only had that few 3rd down conversions today? It's insane, and that one's picked off. Not going to be converted this time. Ruffin makes a heck of a play. Williams and company come in, and Minnesota's back where they want to be. Can these guys step up enough here? Little small adjustment. Houston tries to bring that blitz off the edge. He can't, and it's again another torch. Colin Baldwin Jr. Touchdown, Minnesota. This is one of those games, we talked about it before, where it definitely is a trap game. You have got to be careful, because if you overlook this opponent, they will absolutely torch you. Nice pass here. Wilson again, another big game, gets 14. Forward has only thrown 2 incomplete passes. 1 unfortunately was an interception, but he's not had a passing touchdown yet today, which is uncharacteristic for him with how good he's been before. Says, I don't need a passing touchdown when I have legs like this. Straight down the middle of the field, he's caught from behind, and 42 yards later, I'm shocked he's not in the end zone. Forward here, Kendrick in the backfield with him. Forward feels the pressure. He's scrambling. Forward's got some room here. No one is going to be on the edge. And Warren Fullwood, do it yourself, young fella. Do it yourself. Minnesota continues to find ways to get it done right now. McCollum being healthy definitely has put a little bit of a damper on us. We're trying to get the guys in the backfield. George Fry, are you a traffic cone? Because good Lord, they just threw you to the side. Things getting a little spicy here. McCollum doesn't like what he sees, makes an adjustment. Christoph Houston bumps him in the backfield. That's huge, though, because that keeps him off balance to make it 4th and 4 for Minnesota. If we don't get that bump from Christoph Houston, that is probably at least a first down, if not more. Huge play by him. Had a couple of plays ago where he went from a sack to almost hitting his own guy to now watching this field goal be missed, and that is huge because we have a 4-point lead with the ball back. We drive down the field. We take some time off the clock. We can make sure we win this game against an unranked Minnesota, but we need to make sure we win this game. We don't want to be too conservative, though. We got to make sure we get some first downs. We get in the end zone. This has to at least be a field goal drive, but in the end zone would be a whole lot better considering how our defense is played. A couple of quick safety valves. Got what we need. Take what the defense gives you. 2nd and 2, start of the 4th quarter. Forward hits him with a play action fake. Got a guy receiving Mr. Wilson. Daylight for days. He's in the end zone. First passing touchdown of the game for Warren Forward comes in the 4th quarter. And we are big. Start of the 4th quarter. They're trying to set a little bit of a tone here. They're going with the halfback screen. Holman sees it. Holman can't quite blow it up. Mitchell and company are there, but Thomas still gets 3 yards. You got to applaud Minnesota, too, because they realize, look, there's plenty of time in this game. A touchdown makes this an interesting ball game. Holman forces the fumble, and Kendall Johnson falls on top of it. Huge play there on what was going to be a QB keeper. Maybe he was thinking of pitching it, but we got the ball back. Earlier in the game, we had a fumble that did not go our way, and it ended up being a huge change of possession as Minnesota got themselves a touchdown because then look at Warren Forward fight for his bread and get out of bounds for a first. 5 for 5, and once we get in the red zone, it is basically a death kiss once we're in here. Look at Terrence Williams back in the end zone for the 2nd time today. That's 2,000 rush yards on the season. Big play coming up here. Minnesota, 4.5 minutes left. You would argue they're probably out of this game, but they are fighting for what they can as McCollum goes for a 2-yard run. I mean, if they're going to still be a part of this game, they've got to score here, and they got to score here quick. Speaking of scoring quick, McCollum's going to take one. He's going to cut back inside, fights forward, and he's down, I believe, at the 2-yard line. Can this defense stand right here one final time? Quarterback pitches it out. I don't know what DeMel Hill was doing. That man looked absolutely lost, like someone on the basketball court trying to guard me, but here we are, back to a 10-point game. Minnesota's going to line up here for the onside kick. This one's going to be close. Our guys fumble the bag, and Fred Bailey from Minnesota recovers it. Uh-oh. We do get news that Kendall Johnson actually has a strained shoulder, is going to be out for the remainder of the game, but at this point, we just got to do what we can with what we got left. 4th and 10, biggest play of the game. Stop this, and the game is over. They throw one. It's a wide gap. DeMel Hill closes in, but not too soon as they get the first. Minnesota's quarterback and running back both gas beyond belief right now. They check down here. Forward on defense just lights him up. If you happen to forget, Warren Forward was a two-way player. He was an athlete coming out of high school. That dude can play every single position on the field. He just lined up for a huge hit with one of our guys need a little bit of a break as they were suffering from cramps on the sideline. Underneath pass, Houston gets run over, but he is able to bring him down. Huge play here. 3rd and 8. Can we get a stop? Obviously still 4-down territory. Our guy was so focused on making the play, didn't even see that he had an interception chance. Minnesota has won forward on 2 separate 4th-down occasions. They've gotten it both times. Can we make sure they don't get it here and end this game once and for all? The answer to that is no. Oh, no. Oh, the pursuit angles. They're right back in this. The result of this game is exactly what we expected, a W. But how we went about it and how close it was, not even what we wanted. But 269 through the air, 110 in the ground, 5 total touchdowns. Warren Forward, he's that guy, pal. There's a whole lot to be happy about, and there's a whole lot to be scared about, but how this team ultimately found a way to still get the W is what I really care about. Because when it comes down to the end of the day, you want to make sure there's a W in your column and not an L. Big shout out to Matt Wilson with 120 through the air and 1 touchdown. On the defensive side, again, Christoph Houston is really the guy we want to talk about. 9 total tackles, 2 of those for loss, 2 sacks. We also saw 2 sacks from Tony Rutledge and 1 from Amir Carson. Interceptions. The lack of interceptions today is really what killed us. But if our defense can just do better and play better in critical situations, kind of like how they did at the end of today's game, I'll be a little bit more happy. But at the end of the day, a W is a W, and we'll take it. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.